So that's what I'm saying. Like these, those Kiwi bots, right? Those like the food delivery robots, the ones that have the eyes. I don't know why they gave them eyes, like to make them more human or something.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I'm saying is that when they introduced those, I feel like they've just really hastened the kind of robot uprising
Mm-hmm.
because like people hate those things. Every time I talk to people, they're just like, it's freaky. I mean, they scare me. And like the other day, I saw some guy in downtown ripping apart one of them, and I kind of
Really?
watched in dawning horror as like I was like, oh, that's a Kiwi bot. Oh, oh my
Did he have
god.
like tools or like what was he like? Was he like beating on it with
I
something?
couldn't
Or?
really tell.
Uh,
I wasn't very close, and I didn't want to get any closer.
mm-hmm. That's fair.
I think he had something in his hand and was like ripping it apart or something. But it was like it felt like watching kind of a murder. Like,
Nah, you can't.
and
You
what I'm
can't.
saying is that there's going to be retribution at
Mhm.
some point, right? Like, I feel like it you know,
No,
like,
I
is that
think it's
something
this
to worry
whole.
about?
There's been this push and one and how much like how awesome they are for cities is like make walkable spaces. But when you have like wheeled like robots on them or people on scooters on them eating them up, it's like you're killing the walkability and the safety for people. That's kind of my issue
Exactly.
with it. So like, and you know what? I to me, it's just someone reclaiming their space.
And you know what? I can absolutely get behind that. Let's, you know what? Let's stop the robot uprising by rising up against the robots.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. I think you gotta take a stance here, and you gotta like have your kind of like position on it, you know. And then as I think part of this like podcast has been too is kind of like it's like anti like
Anti-establishment.
well, not establishment. Well, that's what's weird about it is like I don't think it is the establishment. I think it's this kind of like want of consolidation of power, of extraction, of having the ability to have labor without any people involved. But that's a whole another podcast.
That is a whole other
That is a whole other
podcast. My
podcast.
God.
I could really get into that one. Everybody, welcome to More Than Metal, where we talk
Welcome
about
to
heavy
More
metal.
Than Metal. Oh my God.
Um,
That's so there's something about there's a robot joke in there about our name, More Than Metal.
something like that too.
We are more than metal.
I don't have expressed it. I have a strange relationship with the word robot. Just because of being like, my my Czechoslovakian heritage and such, and that, robot's a Czech word.
Oh yeah.
Um, and it comes from a play.
Like,
That's the
oh
funny
yeah.
part.
Doesn't it mean like laborer or
It
worker or
means
something?
forced laborer. We have a word for that in English.
Oh,
We have a word for that in the English language.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we do, huh?
we
How
do. It's very,
wild.
yeah, it's kind of funny. So, but yeah, I kind of have a strange relationship with that word a little bit, and
Hmm.
it's interesting to think about what are these things? What are we doing? Well, it's a forced labor that doesn't we don't have to pay. So, like I said, we have a word for that in the English
Yeah.
language. But
And we're going to talk about music today.
we are going to talk about music today. Actually, I do think this is actually a very the album we're talking about today is kind of interesting because I think it actually is pushes back against kind of that flattening element you see in a lot of music where it's very driven by like being a certain way front to back.
Totally. Oh my God,
And
look at that. Full circle.
yeah, right. No, it's just how I work. Yeah, the separation of all things, Bailey, is an illusion.
Hmm.
Everything's connected. But
Don't
today,
freak me out today, John. I can't
uh,
deal with it.
well, I need to make sure you get less sleep so you can think of better cold openings.
No,
Uh,
please. Oh, fuck you.
that's to be fair. I was blanking hard today too. So, um,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Wow.
I've only had one cup of coffee, so give me a little bit more time. But today we're talking about the Keka Rock album Morning Star.
Morning
We're
Star.
Yeah, this album came out a few months ago. We're coming to it a little bit. I don't want to say late, but this came out in March, at the end of March here, 2026, and I've listened to it a lot since it came out. I was very hyped out. I don't say very hyped, but like everybody was anticipating it. It wasn't like people were hyping it up. It was just that it was anticipated because the previous albums from Keka Rock were really strong. Pale Swordsman and Night in Love were huge. Sold out repeatedly. And this album's interesting because it puts him on a pretty good label. He's on Sacred Bones record label.
Yeah, which is a
His
great name.
with Sacred Bones.
Yeah, I like Sacred
You
Bones.
want me to tell you the wildest part? Who his label mates are?
Who?
John Carpenter and David Lynch are
Jesus
both
Christ.
on that label. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
That's not a subtle. Yeah, it's a label that brings in some pretty big names. Yeah, please go look it up. You don't believe me? Yeah, to say that my label mates are John Carpenter and David Lynch is like no small feat. And Carpenter's great. Like I actually like
I mean,
Carpenter.
yeah.
And if you've ever listened to Lynch's music, it's actually quite good. I highly recommend it.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Oh, shit. Okay.
yeah, if you ever go listen to David Lynch's "The Air Is on Fire."
This is
Uh,
wild.
yeah, that's a whole. Some of it's very jazzy, some of it's very abstract. It's really good stuff. I highly recommend David Lynch's music. But that said, Sacred Bones doesn't. They don't do a lot of black metal. They have a lot of like kind of like a whole, very diverse set of music on their label.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
when Këkht was announced to be put on there, I was like, well, I was like, that's kind of taking it back, but I was like, it makes sense because I think Sacred Bones will put them into different markets that they're not used to. So, but that's what we're going to talk about today is the Këkht album Morning Star here, and we're going to go ahead and cut into our opening and come right back and delve into this album.
Yeah.
Bailey,
Yes.
what are you listening to?
Absolutely nothing. No,
Good.
I've been re-listening to a lot of Dance with the Dead recently. Do you know those guys?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
They're
Go
like
on.
that. They're that kind of synthwave sort of that synthwave group that they kind of combine like 80s style synths with like metal guitar.
Okay.
And it's really a great combo. It's really awesome. They had that really good album. Oh God, The Shape.
Okay.
And their first one, Out of Body, which is like 2013. It was really
Mhm.
good, but I've been re-listening to their album, their
Mhm.
B-sides album, which came out in 2017. It's like volume one of their B-sides. And like they don't feel like B-sides. It's
Mm.
like a super solid album.
Mhm.
Like it's one of those albums kind of like now speaking of black metal, like Skeleton Witch's Devouring Radiant Light that I
Yeah.
just slowly saved every song on, and then I'm like, oh
Yeah.
wait, I have this whole album.
Creeps up on you.
Um,
Yeah.
it's like that. Like I
Mhm.
keep coming back to it, and it's just it's so good. And I feel like I
Okay.
discover something new every time I
Very
listen
cool.
to it. What about you, John? What are you listening to?
The earworm has been on me for the last like month. Is the new Elder record Through Zero.
Mm,
Nick DeSalvo's a freaking just a beast. That whole band's a beast. That's one of these Elder's one of these bands where it's like it's not that like they're a bunch of like super shredders, like they're like super like killer like they're all great guitarists, but they're not these like shredder guitars. It's more that like you have all these like super talented prog musicians, psych rock guys all in one band, and they all just are like playing like 100% constant throughout every song and very like complicated stuff. It's a lot of fun. But Through Zero, I've been having that on a lot. I really liked Elder. I've been into since I started collecting vinyl years back, since just after their first album. But I remember when Lore came out, I was blown away by that album. But the new one's really good. Through Zero is a great album. Highly recommended.
I remember
Really been
listening to Omens a little bit ago.
Omens.
Yeah, their 2020, or was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, their album
yeah.
2020.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Omens is one I didn't. I don't think that one stuck in my ear as much as Lore or Fluxes of a Floating World. But I did like Omens though. Yeah, I like all their stuff though. But yeah, Lore is like peak stuff for me in my opinion. But
I'll
this
go
one's
back and
kind of a
listen to it.
return to that kind of styling, that kind of just like quality and everything. So, but yeah, no, really recommend this one. Have a lot of fun with that. So, but that's definitely been a digression for me from like what we're talking about today with Keka
Oh yeah.
Rock and uh, the black metal kind of elements. So, why don't we talk a little bit about this band and just kind of get some like just some quick like information about who or what Keka Rock is. So Kekarok is out of originally from the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Drops an album in 2019 called Night and Love, which really kind of makes the rounds initially. Kind of underground rounds. It comes out on LP out of Finland on Liver Mortis, which is kind of a label that kind of has we'll say some like they've had some issues. I would manage to get one of the first copies of it, which I'm really shocked I still have.
Oh shit. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I'm really shocked I still have some of those early copies. And then Pale Swordsman. Pale Swordsman is interesting because it's this album in 2021 that has a viral album cover of the photo. Have you seen the photo of the
Yeah. Oh yeah.
cover? Yeah. So that album cover kind of went viral, kind of like the Drogville album cover did. But like if you go look at like the post of when this album cover got revealed, it has like 15,000 likes on Instagram.
That's crazy.
Yeah, just for an album cover reveal of an underground band. And it's just kind of there's kind of something there, something kind of magical, romantic. And I think that's what kind of leads us into what Kekarok brings to the kind of black metal kind of vibe here is
Yeah.
that this kind of romantic black metal. And we've seen that before with kind of the vampiric black metal and like the kind of atmospheric elements. But this is more like it's more like delicate.
Exactly. And you know what? Like I was noticing a lot of that when I was kind of delving into
Hmm.
his kind of sphere. And I'm like,
Hmm.
wait, I fucking love this. I love
Yes.
this. Like there it has that like facet of like brutality and
Hmm.
kind of like bleakness from
Hmm.
that you usually get from black metal, but it's kind of tempered with this sort of like dreamy romantic haze to it.
Yeah.
And I
There's
really
this
like
like
that.
there's like this like sprinkled in piano
Yeah. Yes.
that you hear these little delicate fragile sounds throughout. And this is kind of like the kind of call like the calling card that Kekarok really brings to the table.
Got
And I
this
think
emotional depth to it.
it is emotional, yeah. And I think that that is like the kind of like real I don't know how to put it, like the real like appeal, what kind of gets him out of like the normal like black metal kind of vibe.
Mhm.
That that I think like, we've all like gotten kind of I don't know, like just beaten down by.
Yeah, like
Um
I'm as much as a fan of just like pure brutality and like black metal. I I can be a soft bitch. I like some romantic. I like some dreamy. I like some lo-fi.
yeah,
Like
and it's definitely lo-fi. That's a thing
yeah.
too. And that, this is one of the elements of it is that Kekarok does use the quote unquote necro sound
Yes.
from black metal. To be clear, he's very open about this, but he takes a lot of inspiration from Bergson.
Mm.
Even his name, the name of like he calls himself on the first few albums Crying Orc, which is a reference to a Bergson song. Um, and he plays that style. But what he does is he doesn't just stick into that kind of like beat up, like really like, I don't want to say it's not poorly recorded because that's how they want to record it. That's how they want it to sound. But using these like really like the lo-fi, the crappy sounding, the stuff sounds like the gears breaking. It doesn't
Yeah.
come out 100%. And he knows how to master that and leverage that
Hmm.
to get it to sound how he wants it to sound. And that's the mark of an artist is that you can get it to do what you want it to do. And there's been a few bands that have kind of run with this kind of sound. I would look one of the bands I would really recommend if you want to if you want more Kekarok than there is Kekarok, I would recommend a band out of Australia called Midnight Betrothed. They have an
That's a
album
great
called
name.
it is a great name. There's an album called Dreamless and there's an album called Death My Faithful Bride. I would highly recommend both. They're very much in this kind of vein as well, with the kind of spliced in piano and everything. And that one, Dreamless, the first album comes out in 2021. They were around 2020, so they're very much on the same kind of the same time, different places in the world rising up and the like. But I would recommend that. But
Hmm.
you can kind of see how something like Morning Star is like really anticipated You have a several year break here. So you have Pale Swordsman drops in 2021, and then it kind of picks up over the pandemic. It really gets a bigger re-release through Sacred Bones in 2020 in 2022, along with Night and Love getting re-released through Sacred Bones in 2022, and that they kind of use that to fund this new album. I'm guessing they use it to fund. Why you put out one album.
Yeah.
Is to fund the next one. That's how a lot of art works. Why'd you make this Marvel movie? So I could fund my fun piece I want to do next.
Yeah.
I mean, forever, right? It's not a bad tactic. And so this one drops here in 2026. So you're talking about a 5-year difference. Now, it should be mentioned that it's hard to talk about Këkht without talking about the Ukraine war. To be clear, they did leave Ukraine right before the war broke, or around the time the war broke out. Dimitro, that's the person's name behind the band, and they went to Poland and kind of moved around a bit. They were in Japan for a while, but spent a lot of time in Germany. Another one of their members, Murtaugh Vaught, I think is how you say it. I'm gonna butcher their name, but I know they're currently active in the Ukraine military, or have been active in the Ukraine military, was a member. So the war certainly kind of disrupted this band quite a bit. So the delay makes sense. But that kind of leads us into the album, and the first track that gets like debuted is Wanderer, of all things, which kind of makes a lot of sense. And
that doesn't seem unintentional.
Does not seem unintentional. There's a lot of elements. This album has a very diverse set of sounds, and I think a lot of that is because of the kind of wandering around different places of the world, not just Europe, to record, play, check out stuff. And I think that's one thing this album does really well, is kind of a cosmopolitan effort, if you will.
Yeah, it's got there's so much to this album.
There is a lot to this album,
and we'll get into that. We'll get into one of the features on this album that is, frankly, that I was like, huh?
Okay.
No
way. Well, why don't we do our standard track by track here? We can lead off with Wanderer.
Yeah. Okay. So
this is the first single.
Yeah.
Had a video. Did you watch the video?
I did not watch the video.
Okay,
yet.
It's all right. It's just Këkht running around with a sword and a morning star and a forest and some castles.
I love it. I love that. And you know,
tell me about your impression of this song when you first heard it.
I loved it. I really was like, this is interesting, and it's a really good intro track, I think.
Yeah.
And it really, I feel like while this album kind of goes in a lot of different directions, it does a good job at introducing the kind of diverse set of sounds on this album.
Yeah, none of the sounds come out of nowhere.
No, they're all very there's a lot of intention behind it, and
there's a lot of intention. Yeah, this song is interesting because it has it. I mean, he's playing necro style, early Norwegian black metal guitar style, but then he puts these little high pitched strums in there that kind of gentle, make it gentle. The vocals are harsh at points.
Oh yeah,
but at other points they're very soft and very comforting. He does do his recant of referencing the Pale Swordsman over and over again. That is a cost. You'll hear about, there's several kind of themes throughout the albums. Pale Swordsman's one of them. You'll hear about the Castle of Love.
Yeah.
There's a lot with that here. But if you read did you read the lyrics to this at all?
No.
On Bandcamp, quite good. Let me go ahead and throw a link for you real quick. But they're really interesting in that, you have this kind of adventure kind of put down here. One of my favorite lyrics in this.
Oh yes.
In this song is cast a spell and say a prayer thrice. I turn my pain into gold tonight. There's the castle of love in sight calling me home.
It's good. I mean, they're good.
It's actually shockingly hopeful.
It really is. It's not
it's not depressive black metal at all.
That's what I was gonna say. It's not depressive black metal. It's kind of hopeful. And now that I'm looking at the video, I have
Uh,
seen this
okay,
video.
yeah. I think
I
I played
watched
it for
this
you.
video like I don't remember when I saw it, but I remember seeing the oh god, I'm trying to find it in the video right now when he's throwing up like SoundCloud rapper style hand signs.
Yeah, that there is a gag saying that like Kekarok is the best like rapper out of Ukraine. This is like one of the best raps. Wander is one of the best rap songs of 2025 and stuff like that. There's some gag to that, but like
Oh
uh
yeah, that's what it is. It's so
yeah,
fun.
and it
And you
is
know what?
fun
I
though.
love it.
I
I
do
love
love
it.
it.
I
I love
fucking
it.
love it. It's like it's just like it's so new. It's fresh. It's fun. It's like taking things from different places and making something new out of it.
I think it feels very like legitimate. It feels very
Yeah.
real.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. All right. So then,
People giving it flack is like
well, I don't think, everyone I've seen do that has done it out of like just kind of a fun like quib thing. It's
I've
more, it's,
seen like actual hate for this
oh,
dude.
really?
And
Well,
I'm
there's
like,
that's black metal, baby.
I mean, it's
That's just,
black metal.
everyone hates
The
they
black
all hate each
metal
other.
elitists are like
Yes,
clutching their
yes,
pearls at this.
yes.
Sorry, clutching
Well,
their spiked collars at
they
this.
are they're clutching the spike collars. Yes, no, you're absolutely right, and a lot of that is because like, well, how dare you throw in like these kind of like gentle sounds? How dare you throw in this like romanticism?
Yeah.
And it's like that's all bullshit. Like it's like a lot of black metal I think is fundamentally experimental. Um, the best stuff's experimental. I think it's very honest, but like even looking at like the stuff off of Grindstone Records, was old Nick and everything. It's very experimental. It's trying new
Oh
sounds,
yeah.
and it's good. Just let people play with it. And if you don't, I think a lot of people hate on Kekarok because of how popular they've gotten. But it's like
Yeah. It's
I
like
hate to
the
I hate to
virality.
break it to y'all, but like the dude tried something different. It worked, and people like it.
Like
That's it.
it's yeah.
That's
It's
it.
like God, I feel like the hate is so forced.
It is. Yeah.
It's really forced because it's like find a reason
It's
find a
the
reason to
same.
criticize it without it being just it's different.
It's the same fucking. Oh man, we're lost out here, but it's the same fucking attitude of the dudes that sat in front of me at freaking King Diamond who were bitching about Unto Others. Those guys were bitching about it, and it's like, dude, it's horror metal too. It's just different style. It's just a different try. They're trying something different. I hate to break it to
Yeah.
you, but like the old stuff, those guys aren't going to be around forever. You're not going to keep. You can keep on listening to stuff all you want, but people are going to try new stuff. It's going to happen. Now you may not like it. That's okay. It may not be for you. That's okay. But you don't have to be like, oh, fuck this dude, fuck these people, fuck that stuff. No, you just be like, hey, you know what? Like, it's just not for you. That's okay.
Yeah.
You can move on. Now don't get me wrong. I am someone who has very diverse. There are certain bands Bailey's well aware that I actively hate. And I
Yes.
think and I have that's a different criticism, but
And that's okay. There's
that's
bands that
okay.
I fucking despise too.
Mhm.
Like,
Everyone.
and you know what? Only some of those are justified. Like,
Yes, yes, yes.
but yeah,
But I want to keep
What
it
to
on
say.
because I want to get some of my favorite songs here.
yeah,
The next song this is Castle. Now, track 2, holy shit, I love the opening of the song.
yeah,
You have like that kind of
I-
like whisper of when night falls and he's a night falls. Like it's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, dude.
it's good.
Like
It's
and like
freaky.
it's freaky,
I like,
the night
Mama
the night
like.
falls, she claws the water so cold when she
Yeah.
comes around. I don't know where I've got to go, no place to call home. I stay in my castle. Once again, you get that kind of refrain. And then you can hear like this like really like just like shitty sounding guitar being played well with like this once again that light strumming over it that's kind of been
Yeah.
there to keep you like uh keep you leveled. But like, yeah, this is
The lyricism is fantastic.
yes.
I'm sorry. No love is my armor. No hate is my spear is awesome.
Yes.
That is just good. That is just cool. And you know what? I also stay in my castle.
Yes.
I love that shit.
Yeah, I one thing I kind of is interesting trying to understand what the castle is in Kekarok is one it's a little abstract, but it seems to be it's definitely this like symbol of security and such.
Yeah.
And you get one thing I do like about this album a lot too is like the kind of like reference to the Morning Star over and over again.
Hmm.
Um, obviously the album cover has a photo of like him with like, this like very kind of Morning Star looking weapon. It's
It's
very classical black metal.
this is the one thing that
Oh,
like
really?
caught me off guard. Not caught me off guard, but I was like, hmm, it's called Morning Star. And that's not a Morning Star. It's a mace. It's a
It,
spiked
it's a
mace.
spiked mace.
It's not a Morning Star. But then again, maybe it's not talking about the weapon and I'm just being obtuse.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing too. The Morning Star of like Venus or of like the guiding point.
Yeah.
It could also be a reference to Lucifer. I mean, it's a lot of things. It's a very open-ended thing,
Yeah. I
but I
don't
also think
think
that
it's as, yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, the weapon I believe is one word. I could be wrong on that, but this album is two words, morning and star. So there is that element.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
is true.
this track is very like Castle's very necro sound,
Oh yeah.
but then like you have that played over, that little strumming over the top of it. That's like very like romantic and such. But
Yeah.
I think that is a big part of this is this romanticism. Like you have like this kind of wanting for something that's just beyond. And that's what I think. I think the notion of hope comes in this album a lot too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I'm really. Let's see here. What else I got to say about this? I just lost my lyric sheet. I totally had a lyric sheet up too. And oh, there it is.
Hmm.
Um, but there's like this kind of outro of this song of like the whispers.
Yeah, I'm so into the whispers. Like, yes, crying orc, please whisper to me. That's nice.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing
Lull
that's
me to
interesting too.
sleep.
Is like I've listened to this album driving at night, like in the middle of fucking nowhere, and
That's freaky.
it's cool, man.
That's
Fuck,
awesome.
it's cool. It's fucking cool. So
I
all
gotta
right.
listen to this album again in like winter.
I think this is a very wintry,
Yes.
very travel-y album. I what next time you come up, we'll have to go to Yosemite in the winter and like go listen to this
Hmm.
album in the winter, going through Yosemite sometime.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to Lament here. This song
Mm.
opens up with like once again the kind of whispering, and that's one thing that's really interesting about this album too is that like there's really interesting transitions between the songs. Like if you listen to it as like an LP or like with a good blending between the tracks, it like flows
It flows really,
incredibly
really well, I think.
Yeah, and that's one thing you were talking about earlier was like the kind of like how it introduces the sound of each song.
Hmm.
Even though the album's very diverse, like we were talking about the necro sound, but I think the opening's very, very much towards that. But then
Yeah.
it does some different things. Very, you get a few albums. As you mentioned, this is a 17 song album.
It is a long album. Although no, though there one of them is like an outro. Um,
Yes,
and I mean, for
some
the
of the
most
songs
part,
are like
like,
under 2 minutes. Like,
yeah, they're not very long.
no,
So it ends up being like, I mean, it's still a pretty long album, right? Like, but it doesn't end up being like an hour and a half, right?
yes. I think this song is interesting because this work is a lot darker.
Yeah.
And you have a song like, Craving the End, every new night is the same. Time runs through me like a sharp blade. I still go through the night. It ignites my despair. I don't deserve to be saved, but I still pray. So you end up with the hope at the end of despite all the bleakness. So it gets a little more depressive here, but like it always ends with some level of hope. You have this like no stars in the sky, it's all black, no stars in the sky tonight, it's so lifeless. Castle with high lifted banners, lost in the darkness of my mind, lost in the darkness, I'm blinded. Will I ever see the morning star rise? On the horizon of life, banishing the night, pure, selfless, sacred, and sublime love. The stars will fall. I am, and the language on the back end. I am not. I'm not a linguist, but it's saying like pure, selfless, sacred, sublime love. Like it's kind of interesting to recant to the back end of it.
That's cool.
Um,
I love
so
it. I mean, the lyrics for these songs are just so
mhm.
good. But I love the style, like the harsh vocal style, and that kind of like blends in and out of ethereal and soft.
And you get
It's
this
really,
droning,
really nice.
this droning outro,
Yes.
which is pretty cool. It's kind of chant.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I think this is cleverly set up here. I'm liking this. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The next track, I'm gonna try to pronounce this because I am fucking shit at this.
Genome Sorgen.
Yeah, there you go. We'll let you take the blame for this one.
Yeah, let me
Um,
take the fall for it.
And one thing that's interesting about this album too is there's a lot of guests on this album. If you go through and
Yes.
read the thing, there's a lot of people on this that are helping out here. This is the guy goes by it's BS dash dash 55, but also known was another band which is I don't know this band that well, although I do like this one guy's name. His name is Varg squared trademarked.
Yeah,
Like,
Varg Square trademark is so funny to me. Like,
that's cool. That's
it's
pretty funny.
very funny.
That's funny. But this is actually my favorite song on the album.
It's mine too.
Is it really?
It is my favorite song.
Twinsies.
Twins.
So,
oh my God. Maybe we should do a podcast together.
we should. So why is this your favorite song then?
It's just so like haunting.
It is a haunting song.
And
The guitar is great.
the guitar is awesome.
Like if someone was playing this at the Ren Fair, I'd stop.
I would absolutely sob. Like I love the
'Cause it's acoustic. It's not the necro sound. It's completely different. And
it's
there's not much else in it.
It's like
Haunting,
wailing and haunting. And
the lyrics, like I'm reading through the translation. I'm really not sure what language this is offhand. I'm bad at this.
Mhm.
But the translation's like the sun again I hate, never again will it lie to me. The truth, where is it? But you, my friend, are still here. I don't understand anything of anything. I don't understand anything. The moon tonight spreads light on the road. The color of the soul is black. I mean, it's really like
oh yeah,
very
it's not
mournful.
happy. It's not. And then I love the I can't
What?
tell what instrument that is.
Oh
Is it a
yeah.
harmonica? It sounds
It's-
almost like a harmonica.
You know what it sounds like?
What?
That I know you're talking about. It sounds like Current 93.
It does.
And you want to know why?
Why?
Because David Tibet's a big Kekarok fan.
For real?
Fuck yeah, he goes off talks about Kekarok quite a bit. He's had quite a few posts in the last few months about Kekarok and how much he loves his album.
That's awesome. I can't
Fucking
even
right.
tell what instrument that is, but it's great.
Yeah, it's like some sort of it feels like some sort of wind for sure, but
It's some sort of woodwind.
it's
not
really,
woodwind, just wind.
let's see here, who's on this too? It's probably
I'm looking at
electronic.
I can't tell.
Yeah, because there's electronic people on here. They have people doing electronics, background ambience, which could be any of this stuff here. But either way, it's really. I think this is a really strong song, and I've put this on repeat for a while just to kind of mellow out.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So this is where I think the pace of the album breaks up quite a bit. And you're gonna you need to be aware that it's gonna shift and change and go up and down. And I think that's one thing I kind of like this. What's weird about this is that it does get classified as depressive black metal. I really don't find this to be that depressive.
No, I think it's more like
I think it's solemn.
it's solemn. It's not depressive.
To me, it's very meditative and solemn and reflective. Where
reflective, thank you.
Yeah, self-insightful. Like depressive to me is this is how bad shit's just bad and bad and bad, and I'm probably gonna kill myself type stuff. That to me is depressive black metal.
Yeah.
This I think it has depressing imagery, but I think a lot of that's just them being realistic about their circumstances, about their situation, what they're seeing, how they view things, where they're at with it. So yeah, no, I completely don't. I kind of reject that depressive black metal label, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't think it's not. It's really not. It's really not depressive black metal.
Yeah. So then we get into a guest, and we get this cool opening whisper of "As the morning star crowns the night," which is, to be clear, that is a very Current 93 lyric.
It's now that you mentioned Current 93, I can't unhear it and unsee it. This is totally
yeah, it's very much like if you
there's overlap.
if you do a black metal Current 93, yeah, it has that kind of vibe to it. I don't think, but although the songs are all short, so
yes, the songs are not 15 minutes long.
They're not 20-minute meditations on freaking
you thought the 93 and Current 93.
That's just
how long the songs are.
That's how long the songs are. this song's interesting too because this is kind of another song that's like I guess the title translates to anxious and kind of about like saying goodbye and such.
Mhm.
Kind of another one that's kind of interesting here. Um, I thought this song's pretty. This is what'd you make of this one?
I like this one. This one is like
The
this
drone,
one.
the kind of droning lyric in the back is really
Yeah,
interesting.
it's really interesting. This one I didn't stick out to me as much as some of the other ones.
Mhm. No,
Um,
I think this is I think the problem is it comes off one of my favorite tracks,
yes,
and
that's I think
but
that's also my problem.
I think the song
Um,
has a lot of interesting elements, but it just doesn't hit for me. I don't think it's bad by any
mhm.
stretch, but I think it just doesn't hit for me quite how the previous four tracks have.
I agree. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like it kind of I like it, but I like it's not one. It's not a song that I'm gonna be like chasing. Like I'm gonna be like,
Right.
oh fuck, I want to listen to Get on Story again. Like I want to listen to that shit, but I'm not gonna be. I don't think I can find myself saying, oh, I want to listen to Angest again. Like
Yes. Yes.
right,
All
but
right.
it's
So then
good.
let's go over to I think it's Morca or Marca or something like that. I'm not sure how to
There's
say it.
so many umlauts just
It's
everywhere, and
everywhere.
it's like it's very black metal to put umlauts on everything, but
But I think
like
I think they're actually using real language though.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. There,
All
it's
right.
just like, I mean, there's so many umlauts. They're just everywhere.
So what'd you make of track six then?
This one kind of occupies a similar vein that I found that it kind of felt like it was blending with the previous one, but the end of it
Yeah,
with the kind of like
this is another necro like this one really embraces the necro sound. It's like
it
the
really
really
does. That's what I
the
was gonna say.
muted
It's very
drums.
necro. Like yeah,
Yeah, and it's very much an homage to like that Norwegian, Swedish, like early 90s black metal, like the necro
yeah.
sound stuff.
I don't think this
Um
song is doing anything new.
no, I don't think it's so at all either. I really don't, and that's fine. But
Which is yeah, that's
I think a
it's
lot of it too
we've
is
done
that
enough new
like
already.
I think he's trying like these kind of homages to it, seeing how to play it. But the back of this song though, this is the one with like the chant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the chant is like until I once come to be greatly blessed by thy sign, all of the dead nights shall fall, all the dead nights on end. Like there's some cool lyrics in this, man. Like that's one thing about this is kind of blow my mind is like the kind of chants until I drown my hopes in depths unknown, until I am torn by the fangs of sorrow.
Yeah.
Like it certainly is very much in that kind of vein. But then that back end, yeah, he has that kind of brighter part where he's playing that. That's that brighter necro sound is really interesting to me. I've always liked that.
Yeah.
Um, and he starts throwing back in the romanticism a little bit more into it here a little bit, but like very little. But I like how it's yeah, the back end is a really cool pickup here by all means. But then what's interesting is that like it all kind of blends right into once again it blends right into Three Winters Away.
Now
Yes,
this one.
this was another one of the singles. Um, and another song that I'm pretty positive is like a firm reference to being a refugee of the war.
Yes. I think this is probably one of my favorites on the album.
Mhm.
I really, really like it. I really it feels it occupies a similar vein
Mhm.
as the previous song,
Yeah.
but I feel like it is more it's more memorable because I don't know, it feels like I can't put my finger on it, but it really stuck out to me. Like it really um I mean
Mhm.
the lyrics are really, really great. Um
What? Yeah, this was cool because they had a video for this song as well.
yeah.
And then he actually got this played on like big screens in Japan.
This I saw.
Yeah, that was just pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of an interesting one here. But like, yeah, these lyrics too. Again, like in the deepest dreams without sleep, the pale crescent grins at the world, revealing the night sharp teeth, chewing on someone's sorrow.
Oh, so good.
You know, But then to be drowned in these vast black skies, 3 winters away from my old life, I look back and I smile, I smile. I want to be the hero of my story. Chased by the night, I count days and time crawls by like a serpent. Certain times I wish I was somewhere far in the distant land. Like,
Like
yeah,
it's just being like chased away,
but see, that's the
right?
thing is like there's still this hope in all the songs.
Yeah.
As depressive as it gets, there's always like this sparkle of hope at the end of every part, which I think is really, really cool.
Like the fact that he's referencing like I smile, right?
Yes.
It's like it adds this kind of layer of hopefulness that you don't really see in a lot of black metal. And like
Right.
I really, I appreciate it. I really, really like that. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Yeah, this one was really, really a standout track to me.
Um, yeah, the next track, Drum Song is Dream Song, which is this was another one of the
Oh,
singles.
so pretty.
Oh, tell me what your thoughts on this one are.
Oh, this one's so pretty.
The
Oh,
pretty
this
songs
one's
are
so
pretty. Pretty songs
What's
are
up?
pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
songs are pretty.
pretty.
This was actually the B side to the Wanderer single. This
Oh
was one
yeah.
of the early tracks he released. Yeah.
I mean, I love when he goes like acoustic with it. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very like dreamy. I mean, it's called Dream Song. It's very dreamy and kind of like atmospheric. And like, this is like a vibe that I like love. Like I chase this kind of vibe. Like I'm always like, oh man, I want like, this is just like, I want to sit outside in the
Yeah.
snow and like hear this playing, and it's like, oh, it's a vibe,
There's a vibe.
and I love it.
Yeah, I think this is actually a really strong song. It's actually one of the
Mhm.
is this is actually the longest song of the album.
It is.
Yeah. By like 1 second, but like it's like
I mean,
it's
by a second.
by a second, but like
That's
it's pretty
real
impressive
funny.
though. Yeah, this
Yeah.
song's got kind of a cool. If you read the lyrics too, once again, it's got a cool vibe. It's very like about like
Yeah.
the evening and kind of everything like that too. Um, I do think this album largely is a love, as a dedication of love to the night,
Hmm.
and not in the sense of like we're evil and all this kind of shit. It's more of just kind of how like
The calm.
the call of it, the escaping,
Yeah.
the difference of what the night offers for people. Yeah, I can totally see that here.
Mhm.
All right, we could geek on that one. Next one's
Yeah.
another great one too. Raven.
Yeah. Raven King, another
Raven
fave,
King.
another fave. I really appreciated this one. Um, this one had a really cool. This, I mean, okay, it immediately breaks the kind of stupor of like the previous one, and it gets like super droning and like just kind of, it has that same atmosphericness to it,
Mm.
but
Well,
it's not
yeah,
acoustic.
it opens up with that acoustic element, and then it goes
Yeah.
into like the necro sound.
Yes,
Um, and like
it's very, very classic
lyrically,
black metal.
it's I don't know. There's a lot going on. The way the vocals are done too. There's like a guest vocalist on. I think there's a guest vocalist. Yeah, there's I feel like there's a guest vocalist on this one, but like or some sort of backing vocals that are just really interesting on it. I like this one a lot though. Like it really like I don't know how to put it. I'm
Yeah,
like trying to listen to it right now and like try to
I'm with you.
articulate my
It's
thoughts.
like, it's good though. I really like this one.
Yeah. And it's kind of because it brings you back into like the metal elements that he's going to do. That's one thing I like about this album is there's kind of these like ups and down movements between the metal, the acoustic, the droney,
Mhm.
all that stuff too. But it
This
never
one feels very Wolves in the Throne Room.
I can see this being a little Wolves in the Throne Room. Yeah, it's a lot less like layered, but it's like
Yeah.
it's a lot simpler.
Yes.
Obviously it's like lower produced, but like that's kind of the point of it. Yeah, I think that one's really strong too.
Mhm.
Now, the next
This
song,
next one.
Vigil,
Oh.
you get one of like the best like fucking like lyric recants I've heard in a long time. Where when I
Let the
first heard
stars
it,
out is fucking
let the
sick.
stars out, let the night die. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh my god.
This is like one, that's a very current 93 lyric, but two, it is like it is brutal the way he
Yeah.
sings it. When I first heard it, I was like, holy shit, this is like the real savagery of it all.
Yeah.
What's funny is I've been thinking about this album now and talking about it was like we got yesterday when we were recording this, but the previous day before, we got the first like image of Robert Eggers like werewolf movie, and
Hmm.
I would kill to have like fucking like Keka Rock score that shit.
Oh, that would be so
Like
cool.
score like
Oh,
an
that
old
would be
school kind of
cool.
werewolf movie with his style
Yeah.
here, because like I think it could work really well, or just like do like a the
Hmm.
whole thing where you play like you play freaking Dark Side of the Moon over the Wizard of Oz or some shit like that.
Yes,
That could be
yes.
pretty cool. I could see that working pretty well.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, this one you have like um, I dreamt of a new life, but I'm always here, following your signs, and all nights now, sleep isn't silent, and it's time to let the stars out, let the night die. And he rips into that recant over and over
I
again.
love it.
Um,
It's good.
yeah,
I really like this one.
this is interesting because he's like at this point he's like trying to like end the night, like where we really
Hmm.
fell in love with the night. Now he's trying to end the night, and then you have at the end of the song, as the morning star crowns the night, the rising, that you have the new sun and everything. That's one
Yeah.
thing I think is really fascinating how it kind of works out. All
Yeah.
right, then we got Eternal Martyr
This
featuring Blade.
this song threw me for such a loop.
Yeah.
Blade is on this song.
Now, I'm not familiar with them. Who are they?
So Blade is like kind of pretty ubiquitous, like
Rapper,
Drain
singer.
Gang style SoundCloud rap.
Okay. Okay.
And like, I like Blade. I
Okay.
like Blade. I'm a fan. I like a couple of his songs. This is the last place I would expect to see a
Yeah.
Blade feature. And when this came on, I was like, no.
But I'm looking
No
at old
way.
pictures of Blade, and he's wearing like Bathory shirts and shit. But then again,
Yeah, like
he is from Sweden, so I'm guessing that's just like standard issue. They give you that when you get born.
yeah, like when you're born,
You're born, you get a
that's
Bathory
like
shirt.
that's the
Yeah,
uniform.
yeah, that
But
sounds all
it's
right.
still like so bizarre that Blade is on this, and like it works.
Yeah. Well,
Like
you
it
know
works.
now. Are you familiar on who guessed on the new Blade album?
Is he on it?
No, on the Bladey album. No, no, not Keka Rock. Guess who guessed it on it?
No, don't. It's gonna be
David
someone.
Tibet.
No way!
Fuck yeah,
What
yeah.
the
There's
hell?
a track number 6 is Bladey and Current 93 called Fox and Birch featuring Current 93. Look,
What
when
the fuck?
I need you to understand,
John, what is
I need
going
you.
on?
I need you. I've been telling you how influential Current 93 really is, and it's like it's not. There's like bands that are influential, and there's like Current 93 level.
This makes me feel crazy.
It does.
This
Yes.
is ridiculous.
Yes. We
I'm
all-
sorry.
We all Current
Huh?
93 and Arthur Brown. We owe everything to. I'm sorry.
I'm like, this is bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is so weird.
I almost bought that album too because of Current 93. I almost bought a copy of it.
Sulfur
Yeah.
Surfer?
Yeah. Almost bought a copy of it. But
I'm
yeah,
like,
no. But it's all full circle.
I don't even
man.
know what to say.
It's all circles within circles, and at the center of all of them is Current 93.
It's just like, this is my fucking Pepe Silvia moment. It's just like, he's like pointing at the board with all the like
Yeah, yeah.
links everywhere. Like,
No,
what?
it's trippy because like it's such a weird thing because you have like the thing about Current 93 is so trippy is that like how I have a lot of friends and I have people that cannot stand it, and I'm like, it is an artist, like literally. And I think it's just it shows you kind of how primal of what they were trying to pull off and how like interesting the stuff really is. But that said, going back to Eternal Martyr, I like the song a lot too.
I do too. It rocks.
I think Blade the is it Blade or Bladey or how do I say it?
I don't fucking know. I say
I'm
Blade.
gonna say Bladey. I like their parts in this too. I like the kind of like the vocal style that's really interesting in it. But yeah, throwing like a rapper on this is an interesting blend. Once again, though, like I don't know what to say about it. I think it's a whole movement, you know. I don't know what that threw you off when you saw that, or what was your
yeah. How could it not? I'm listening to this like I mean, then again, okay, like I can see like the video for Wanderer, how
Uh,
he's got it's got like a bit of a SoundCloud rapper vibe.
yeah,
And so this makes sense, but the fact that he's guesting on this black metal album is like it makes me feel crazy. Like
yeah.
it's but it's good. It works and I'm mad about it. Like and I'm not actually mad about it. It's
I
just like it's just
I think that Eternal Martyr is one of another one of my favorite songs of this album. I think it's something different. I think that Blady adds a lot to this song too. And I think that's what makes this album so clever is how like it really pulls you around through like it it is a journey, the album. Like you're going it I feel like Kekarok is taking you on his journey across the world,
yeah.
meeting different people, talking to them, having different little adventures, but each adventure is a little song.
Yeah, totally.
Um, and I think that's like what I think it's one of the best ways to approach this album.
Yeah.
Um, and that makes sense. I mean, he's taken his name Crying Orc, which comes from a band that's got a name from Lord of the Rings, for God's sakes.
I
Like
mean, yeah.
it has that Tolkien-esque kind of like I'm gonna go on a journey vibe, but it's done in a way that like I feel is more contemporary, very historical to like or historicity to the world right now. Um,
Historicity. Is that a word?
I believe so. I
That's
read it.
awesome. Oh, I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna use that.
Yes, historicity.
That's
Yes,
sick.
historicity. Yes. I only make up words half the time.
Mm.
All right. But no, I liked Eternal Martyr a lot actually. This song is really cool.
I
Like
did too.
the outro by Blady, your eyes say nothing but disgust, soul crushing, null and void of love, beautiful suffering, beautiful tortures, loveless right, ugly night, abysmal instance, ungrateful mission. I mean, oh dude, it's like
Yeah.
this one's really, really good. All right, then we got Troll Song. And Troll Song, this is another one of the guys from VS55. Um, and this one's interesting because like it's kind of got like another there's quite a few songs on this album that are not in English, and even some songs like blend between different languages.
Yeah, there's a lot
Th
of different layer languages here.
this one's very much like a kind of like lyrically is about like just letting like the days pass, letting the moon come, letting the night come, letting the sun come.
Mhm.
It's kind of cool. And it's just kind of this cycling song. And like if you listen to like the music of it with like this kind of piano and guitar and very low song, but I think it's also like sung very well too.
Yeah.
The vocal arrangement on it's really cool. I like this one a lot too. Um, then we get a pair of songs called Land of Eternal Night 1 and 2. This one is also about this first one's very about forest and mountains so high, terrible. Your light deprived land of eternal night, oh painful oblivion, never alive. This is a short song, a minute and a half, but
Yeah.
you get this
I
kind of
feel like they
like
both kind of I mean, you have to talk about both of these two songs like
yeah,
kind of together. I feel like
it's a very
these
folk song. This song is very
yeah,
folky.
it's very folky and I think like here's the thing about these two songs. They like it's like there's two sides of the same coin
Mhm.
and that coin is this album,
Yes.
right? And you have the like kind of romantic, mournful, kind of like folksy side,
Mhm.
and then you just have like classic necro black metal side.
Yeah.
And it really does a good job at kind of like it feels like a thesis. Like it feels like the
Yeah.
kind of like thesis of the album.
Yeah, one of them is like this kind of like the oncom the folk one's kind of the oncoming of this environment, the mountains and the cold and the forest and everything. And then the next part's like you're in it.
Yeah,
Like sooner or later you are in the mount you are on the mountain, you are in the forest,
you're in the
and
shit.
you're in the shit. The cold is here, and you're gonna have to live in it and kind of live through it. They get this cool like lyrics like the lone crescent blazes bright with grief and bliss entwined, unled,
Mm,
unknown, I wander the lands of eternal night. These are all translations.
yeah, that happened to
Um,
me. Happened to a friend of mine once.
what's that?
Wandering the lands of eternal night. Yeah,
That does, yeah. Sooner or later, we all do.
it
Um,
happens.
but no, I thought this was a cool pair of songs.
Oh
I
yeah.
think you should put it's two sides of the same coin. The coin being the
Hmm.
album.
Yes.
Um, I do think that but once again, as I think one of the best things you said today was um how this album has a lot of new sounds, but always kind of introduces you to the next piece.
He does. It really does
It
do
doesn't. It
that.
never. I don't want to say it doesn't surprise you. It never like abruptly like shakes you
No. Yeah. It
or
like
jolts you.
yeah. No. I mean, yes, I agree with my own statement. Of course, I agree with myself. No,
You
it
stand
like
by the statement you made, Bailey
I
Crow.
stand by it. But no, it
How
really
dare you?
does. It does do a good job of like introducing everything,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's really and I appreciate that. It's like oftentimes, and I find that like I find that sometimes black metal is pretty unapproachable and pretty like inaccessible sometimes unless you're
Oh
already
yeah.
in it. And this is really approachable and accessible. And you know what? There's something to be said for that, right? Like there's something to
Mhm.
be said that like yes, this is approachable. You can
Yeah.
play this on a big screen in front of a bunch of people.
Well, that's interesting because so one of the ways I got into black metal was I had listened to a little bit, but I was never really a big into it until I watched I hate to I got mention him, but Anthony Fantano's review of Emperors in the Nightside Eclipse,
Mm,
and he talked about how you have to kind of grasp in black metal. You have to kind of grasp, like in the Emperor album, you have to if you grasp onto like the synthesizers in the background and anchor yourself there, you're going to start appreciating everything going on around it, even though it's
yeah,
much louder.
that's actually yeah.
And I thought that was that's what I kind of, and I think that's why Keka Rock ended up appealing to so many people is that people could latch on to like the delicate elements
Yeah.
very easily and then start appreciating the harsher elements much easierly or
That's actually
easier.
really insightful. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I really do appreciate that. Yeah.
And so that's why I think that Keka Rock has like taken off for so many people who normally aren't into the style. Um, and I will say this is an album. I'll talk about the back end, but yeah, that's kind of how I approached Keka Rock initially. I was like, okay, what is this? Let's check it out. Okay, well, this is interesting. He's doing something different. That thing he's doing different. I'm gonna latch onto that and
Yeah.
listen for that before I start trying to listen to like all the stuff he's doing that like that's been done before classically and is kind of like the classical black metal style. So, and that made it much more interesting. Um,
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
it
I
reminds me a
think
lot
that
of I when I was in college, my theater teacher they were doing a production of Macbeth,
mhm.
and instead of doing it on a stage, they built they built bleachers up that looked down onto like kind of a studio, and then in the middle of that studio they built like a giant jungle gym, and Macbeth
Oh,
was done from the jungle gym. And basically, the way it worked is that like characters didn't touch the floor until they died.
that's really interesting.
It is really interesting, yeah. And so the idea is that in that element, it's like they added a jungle gym, which is just a bunch of fucking bars, like welded together. It's nothing special. It's nothing. That's not
Yeah.
hard to make. It's hard to make well, but it's not hard to make. And adding that little element to that classical thing made it that much more different. Where I'm still talking about it 20 years later.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to do something fancy. You just have to add something that's not normally in the mix.
You just have to like experiment, do something new
And I think that's what Emperor did with like the really elaborate backing synthesizer tracks and everything. It doesn't hurt that they had Mortis in the band at one point, but that's no story.
I mean, that's a story for another day.
It's that delicate element and these kind of like folky elements which have been done before but were not done like where it's so gentle, it's so
Yeah.
fragile, it's so infrequent.
Mhm.
All right.
Like this is not so there's a lot of black metal like for like Skeleton Witch I keep talking about but they're one of my favorites.
Mhm.
That's like black thrash, so
It's
it's
black
kind
and
of
thrash, yeah.
it's not really black metal. But like anyway, a lot of black metal can have me like, yeah, I want to kill someone, like I want to punch a wall, and like have me like hyped up and um just like get ready to rage.
Yeah.
But this is like, I just want to lay in my bed and cry and listen to this, and I love that.
When I listen to it, I want to be like on like I'm on the journey. I'm sad I'm on the journey, but I know there's something over the horizon. That's what
Yeah,
I get out of it.
it's bleak, but in
It's
a
bleak, but
hopeful
there's that
way.
point of hope.
Yeah.
And I think that point of hope is the morning star.
You know what I was about to say? I think we've arrived at the like
Yeah.
the kind of ethos
We
of the
cracked it
album.
right open, man. It's cracked right open. We got it.
We
That's it.
got it.
All
We
right.
got it. Pack it home.
Um,
Call it quits. We're done.
all right, we got a few
won
more songs.
than
I just want
metal.
to catch the last few songs though. But Gate,
Yeah.
this song, this is one of the songs in English, I believe. And yeah, the gates, I face unprepared. In the end, goodbye, I say goodbye. This song is about the end. And once again has the recant as the morning star crowns the night. Once again, that recant, having those things you keep on coming back to, that's
Mhm.
very, very fucking current 93. Yeah, I like this song. It's got some cool movements in it. Yeah, I don't know what
I
to say about this one.
while I don't have a lot to say about it, it feels like a transitory song.
It does.
Wow.
Yes.
Mind blowing.
Mind-boggling.
No, but it really feels like transitory, like an introduction to the Morning Star, the ethos of the album,
Well, I
the
think it's an
title
introduction.
track.
I think it's an introduction to the end of the album.
Sorry, the introduction to the end of which is the Morning Star.
Yes,
Like
yes.
the journey has been completed,
Yes.
the goal is reached,
Yes.
and now we behold the Morning Star, and it's really
And
cool. And I
and the-
love how that works.
And you know what's
Like-
cool? Go listen to the opening of Morning Star and tell me that's not a Kurt 93 track.
Stop it! Shut up!
Everything is Kurt. It's Kurt 93 all the way to the bottom. But you know that kind
God.
of classical folk element of it's cool. You know, and even the lyrics, like
It's
you know,
just fucking Kurt 93
stay
again.
the old willow said, I shall hold you safe in my weeping arms. So here we're getting this like different kind of thing here. The sleep then shall shelter your soul and the deepest of dreams away from the world's sorrows.
Yeah.
I mean, you get this really like being embraced, being held. You know, like the last lyrics are rains and snows, thunders and storms, mournful songs of some other ones, griefs and blisses, pains and joys, all be gone, all be gone, all be gone.
Yeah.
I thought this was a really beautiful ending track too.
I love it. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then it goes
I
to
think the
outro.
acoustics on this album are some of the best I've heard.
They
Like,
really are. Like, it's mixed and mastered and produced really well. Like, it's really, really a super well done album.
and the outro is like super like minimalist. Like
I love it.
It's like really minimalist. Like I really dig. 50
And
seconds of just kind of like
it's a great
everything.
sound.
It's like it's everything but silence.
Yeah. It's
You know?
it feels very it reminds me a lot of the game, the soundtrack to the game Signalis. That Thousand Eyes, one of my favorite albums of last year, did. Charon. I've talked about Signalis before, but it feels very Signalis in that
Mhm.
kind of like liminal, nostalgic, but also kind of like a little unsettling, but also beautiful. And it's like this kind of multifaceted emotion that really kind of like speaks to me, and I really appreciate.
Yeah.
I like it. Everything but what is it? It's not. What did you say? It's like nothing but silence.
It's almost everything but silence. Yeah.
Everything but silence. It's awesome.
Yes, it is. It is almost everything
It's great.
but silence. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
It's really good.
So I think that's kind of like the album. Then, and it's
It's a
if you
solid
go
album.
if you put it on repeat, it kind of blends back into Wanderer,
Yes,
which is kind of fun.
I noticed that.
Yeah, this album, I think that I think this album stands by itself very well. What I think is kind of weird about this album, one of the things that like, and I mentioned it earlier we mentioned the phrase necro sound a lot. This album uses a lot of that for its black metal stylings. That is a sound that is where you're just like you use beat up gear to try to get like really muffled stuff through. It kind of barely
Yeah.
comes through. You can mix that now if you want to. You can get like filters and everything like that. But classically, it's done like by using just shit gear. I think that is something that the album will leverage a lot. But then it does this like these folk elements, which are like not necro sound at all.
Yeah. And
Are
they're
very
new
lively.
and fresh and kind of like,
They're new and fresh, yeah. And so
and I really like it.
I really, yeah, I really like this album. I've actually found myself being able to listen to this a lot more frequently than I had the previous Kekarok albums.
It's this one, at the start, I was a little like, not hesitant about, but it grew on me the more I listened to it, and it kept growing on me. And like, I really have come to appreciate it more and more. And yeah, it's a solid fucking album.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be listening to it a lot, especially in winter.
Yeah, I don't see myself not listening to this anymore this year. Like I said, it comes on my mix in my car a bit, and I definitely want to like listen to it again and again. Yeah, and I think it's the journey of the album that keeps on bringing me back. The kind of friends we make along the way type situation. So,
which you don't the journey and like the hopeful goal, and there's like something to look forward to.
Here I'm finding more about this. So it's organ. That's what that sound in the background is, and that's what we heard a lot. Like that makes it kind of sound that way. So it's organ, flute, piano. I had to look at a different credit sheet for this, but overall, I think this is an album. I think this is going to make a lot of people's albums of the year.
Totally.
And I think this is one of those albums that a lot of people, I don't want to say are sleeping on, but like, I think if they do sleep on it, they're going to like have a bad day. So I'd really recommend picking this up, giving it a listen.
This is a solid album to listen to. Really, really fun. Really really interesting. Really, there's a lot to take home here.
I'm also realizing in our talk that I think talking about this album track by track and dissecting that way kind of deprives it of some of its like power.
It all kind of feels like one sort of monolithic album.
Well, the transitions between songs are really clean. I can barely tell when one's beginning and the next one's ending.
Yeah. Which I will say is one of my kind of critiques of it, is that while it does do transitions really well and like kind of flows into it, I find that some of the songs kind of blend together in a way that I don't, they don't stick out as some of the tracks don't really stick out as much to me as I wish they would.
One thing that's weird about that is like
there's a couple that feel a little not samey, but like,
well, what's weird to me is that some of the songs that blend together sound nothing. They're nothing alike, but they do such an interesting, good job of like just getting them to move into one to the other.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing. I do think this album has a lot of diversity of sound, and I think there's something on this for everybody. So, but yeah, please go check out Kekarok Morningstar from March 2026.
Do yourself a favor.
Do yourself a favor. Treat yourself here. Go have a nice time with this album. Spend some time with it. I think that's it. I think that's our thoughts on the album. Overall,
we got a pretty lengthy review of it. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty big album, so like, there's a lot to talk about. But it's really good, very solid, incredible, fun album. Like, great. Yeah. It's really 100%. Just very good.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and bounce out. I just want to say thank you all for listening. Thank you, Bailey. Where do we find you these days?
You can find me at Balefire on Instagram, BAILEFYRE. Previously known as BCrowVO, but if you look up Balefire, you'll find it. You'll find me. What about you, John? Where can we find you?
You can find me anywhere. Only Play Wizards. All around the internet, Instagram, Blue Sky, etc. Here, More Than Metal you can find on your favorite podcast platforms, and you can find on YouTube and everywhere else over here. But anyway, thank you very much for hanging out with us today and talking about Kekarok's Morningstar. Y'all have a good day, evening. I guess have a good evening. Listen to this album. Have a nice travel.
Have a bleak winter.
I don't know. It feels like there's the Morningstar at the end of it.
No. Have a great journey to finding your own Morningstar.
Yes. And
Something
with
like
that,
that.
okay, we're out. We're done. That's
We're
it.
done.
So.